The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. Brian and Kenzie, Q101. Huge show today. Within the hour, actually exactly an hour away, 7 o'clock, your chance to go to the Bottle Rock Fest, Napa Valley, where you will see Pearl Jam, Queens of the Stone Age, The Offspring, and way many more. 7 a.m. with that, 7:10, Sleep Token tickets and Clash with Kenzie. And then we have Chicago comedian Pat McCann stopping by at 7:45 to hang out. He's playing out in Joliet at the Rialto Theater. We'll have tickets for his show, too, when he comes by to hang out with us for a little while.
I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
He's so awesome.
He's amazing. So about that. And then also, I'll tell you what, right here we'll get started at 6:20 with your chance to go see Sum 41 in Paris. But not before we do a little replay on the show by popular demand as a piece of audio we played yesterday. I teased us earlier that it might be the funniest thing you've ever heard. So let's just go back to yesterday's show for just a moment here and enjoy. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I've been dying to play this audio in case the producer talked me out of it. And Kenzie did too. But I'm gonna veto that right now and play this. Now, I want to make this clear. It's a guy that filmed himself in a paraglider, and he's excited, and then he crashes, and he almost dies. But he calls 911. I think the whole 1 minute and 12 seconds of audio, I've listened to this thing way too many times in the last 5 days. And
I've never heard it, so I'm excited. This is a blind reaction.
That's what I want. I want the listeners out there, I think they deserve to hear this and judge for themselves. I want to make it clear. There's going to be laughing in here. I'm not laughing at this guy almost dying in his paraglider because it's sad. He hurt himself. He lived. Okay, he lived. But it just kind of goes a little bit about our society where we have to film everything to show how awesome you are, and then it went wrong, and that's what happened in this audio. Here we go.
Oh, man. 48 miles per hour. Come on, baby. Oh. Hey, Siri, call 911.
So he crashes. Okay. Okay, you got.
Okay, hear me out. This would be a great iPhone commercial.
1,000%.
I like, oh my gosh, you can't use your hands.
1,000%.
Because he very calmly after that goes, hey, Siri.
I mean, you should see the crash. He's flying, like you said. He's happy he went 45 miles an hour.
We heard that.
The thing that all of a sudden gets all tangled, he crashes. Again, he lived. I want to make that very clear. But instantly, like Kenzie's point, hey, Siri, call 911. So we'll get back to that part right there again, and we'll continue the audio.
Siri, call 911. Hey, Siri, call 911. Call 911. Emergency.
It sounds like he's faking it. He's not. He's really hurt.
It doesn't sound like he's faking.
To me,
What part of that sounds like he's faking it?
He's going,
Also, the more of the audio played, it shouldn't be a commercial for iPhone. Siri, it's not working.
well, because he was going, Siri, call 911. Siri, call 911.
Siri, you know he wanted to be like, you stupid bitch.
Why don't you ever listen to me? So it continues. Siri's still not working on calling that 911 anytime
That's
soon.
the sound I make when I have a tummy ache.
You guys are so mean.
Aren't you glad I played it? We're not even to the good part yet. Here we go.
Help!
911 emergency.
Help
what
me,
city?
please. I crashed my flying machine.
Was it Back to the Future?
Okay. You guys are...
I crashed my flying machine.
At that point, I'd hang up. I'd be like, another prankster calling 911.
How dare you, sir? We have real emergencies out there.
Oh, you crashed your flying machine? Yeah, me too.
Oh, my God. Holy cow. I can't breathe right now.
You're actually crying. You're so evil. This man is dying.
I'm not a good person right now. I understand that. I know I'm not good.
We're the tree of trust. We're good people 99%
We're
of the
not the
time.
Tree of Trust. We are live on the radio.
I understand, but all of us.
I get yelled at every day for what I say.
All of us-
every day.
All of us together are in this. Like, Chiamaka just texted, I crashed my flying machine. He tells the 911 operator.
911 emergency.
Help me, please. I crashed my flying machine.
Okay, where are you at? So, do you know where you're at?
I'm in Enchanted Hills. I'm in the desert. Oh,
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
And she like gathered people around. She's like, yo, you got to hear this. Hey, yo, Bill, check this out.
Oh, wait. I have to hear what he says back.
Okay. Yeah, bring up Ted from accounting. He's got to hear this. All right, here we go.
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
a paramotor.
Let me get you transferred real quick. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Hang on.
That's the end of the audio.
First of all,
Okay.
two things. One, now I understand. What did he call it the second time?
A flying machine. Oh, wait.
No, the second time was a what?
A paramotor.
A paramotor.
A paramotor.
Wait, you like Paramore? I like Paramore, too.
No wonder he said flying machine, because I don't want to break down what this is. It flies.
It is
So I understand it's the description of it, so I understand where he's coming from. Also, if it flies in the air, is it a different department?
She did transfer him.
She's like, oh, sorry, I only do cars.
You know she put him on hold and started dying.
That's like, why is there different departments for emergencies?
She probably dialed in like the drug cops. It's like, hey, we've got a guy tweaking over here. He broke his flying machine.
Oh my God.
Aren't you guys glad I played it now?
You know what, Brian? Great executive decision.
Oh, God.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And just to make sure you're texting right, for the Sum 41 in Paris, text IN to a different text number than usual, 95819. Your chance to see Sum 41 in Paris. Now time for a fact that makes your brain go. This type of sex has dropped 40% in popularity.
Backyard.
Okay, that's noted. I'm not telling you if I read it wrong, but backyard sex. There's another kind of sex that has risen 50%.
Oral.
All right, we're done. We're going home. That's it. Well, we'll find out if Kenzie's right when you get back here at 6:30.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain just go. 40% of this kind of sex has dropped, and 50% of this kind of sex has risen. Kenzie, guess what? Backyard and oral?
Yep. In that order. Okay.
I kind of led you astray with the tease on that one because what it is 40% of sex has dropped in movies. So there's 40% less sex in movies that come out today.
Oh, thank goodness.
Really?
Yes.
I like a good sex scene.
Me too, brother.
I think that there's websites for that if that's what you're looking for out of film.
But I like it in the story.
Yeah.
I like the leads to sex is kind of nice sometimes.
I like it not in there because I think it makes it, one, the worst is when you want to watch a movie on a plane. And there's a sex scene in the middle of it, which has nothing to do with the plot. Like, I'm not watching a sexy movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, geez, you can't, like, I'm just trying to watch Dirty Dancing over here.
Yeah.
And they're boning, you know. And so I think that makes it better. You can watch it anywhere. Also, you can watch more movies, like, with your kids. Because I don't mind, like, one of my sons is almost 10.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if he kind of watches, like, PG-13 because of, like, action. Like, Top Gun, I think it's totally fine for him to watch. Except for the sex scene. Like, that stinks. You know what I mean?
But it's a very slow, tastefully done sex scene with shadows.
As long as it's tasteful, I don't mind if he watches sex.
It's very tasteful.
It's all about the romance for him.
I mean, you got the Berlin song comes in, and then there's silhouettes. There you don't see any real. I guess maybe, do you see boob? Do you see side boob in that? In the shadow?
Well, and you see, like,
But side boob is tasteful.
In this case, it was.
Yeah.
In this case.
the argument isn't how tasteful is the scene. It's
It's how tasteful side boob is.
Yeah, that's the argument.
way too young to watch a sex scene, even if it's tastefully done.
Yeah. But I mean, even in Top Gun in that scene, like, I think your son Tristan could sit there and kind of, you're like, see, he likes her, you know? And
Yeah, so he's boning her,
No,
honey. This
no.
is what happens.
You
Like,
want-
I don't want to do that.
you can say, go get me a snack, and then when you come back, it'll be over.
But I'm saying it's nice to not do that because you can obviously, listen, they could kiss and then you could cut to a morning scene of them waking up so you know what happened. You can do stuff without there being that, which is like, I think that less movies should have it. I'm not saying no movie should have it. I'm not saying it doesn't have its place.
Yeah, you're not prude.
But right, we know that, okay? But I do think that sometimes it's like, it's unnecessary in Jurassic Park. I'm here with my kid. Like, I just want them to be able to watch some cool dinosaurs. Like,
Did
stop
the
it.
dinosaurs bang in Jurassic Park?
I don't think it was the dinosaurs, Brian.
But no one banged in Jurassic Park.
I think they did. I don't remember.
Listen, I've
There's
seen
18 of them, so
There is.
I think in some of them they did. Even like 300. That movie was so kick ass. It did not need this. Like, it did not need the vicious sex scene.
that was you're
Because
talking
I
about
would totally let my son watch it because it's like this awesome badass war movie. But now I can't because that one's not tasteful. That was pretty rough.
well, that was not consensual. Well, it was consensual, but it was
kind of consensual.
Kind of consensual.
Halvesies.
Yeah, because she was a badass and tried to get what she wanted from that guy, and then she killed him. I'm sorry for the spoiler alert case.
Okay, you're rooting
Damn it.
300.
It's 20 years old.
I love that movie.
So do I.
That was a good one. Case, have you seen 300?
No, is that the one with the Roman gladiators?
Yes.
No, well, they're not Roman gladiators.
But it's
They're-
what he's thinking.
To give a
You
reference
have to
points for
understand that that's what he's thinking.
It's like we
it
talk
is.
to Case like he's a 7-year-old. Yeah,
Yes.
they're like gladiators.
Very good, honey.
There
Are
was
they
a
not
Ro-
gladiators?
No, they're not. They're warriors of Greece.
Okay.
Or not Greece. They're the
Oh, they're not Roman warriors of Greece.
They're Spartans.
Yeah,
they're
they're Spartans.
Spartans.
From Michigan State?
No. God.
It's a football movie. It's so good.
Yeah, Tom Izzo's in it.
It's like
You know what?
It's like Rudy. It's not like
Another
Rudy.
movie I haven't seen.
Let's do a movie check, though. What's the last movie you watched, Brian and Case?
So the last movie I watched was About Branching Out. This was a Hallmark movie on Friday night with my mom. That's the last movie I watched. A glorious movie, and it was about a family tree, about building a family tree. And a single mom named Amelia tracked down her daughter's biological father, who she got through IVF.
Yeah.
And the daughter had questions, and she finally met him. It became a journey of trust, love, and discovering the meaning of family. And it was a wonderful movie.
Was there a sex scene?
So Hallmark movies always, like, you do what you want. They kiss and kind of fade to black, and they wake up in bed. And they're always wearing their underwear or full clothes, like a suit in bed.
A suit. I think you're taking it.
They're wearing like the old school nightcap. Like,
And a burnt candle at the bedside.
It's beautiful. It's classy.
yeah, the funny thing was I didn't pick this movie. My mom did, and the guy was a guitar player. Case in this movie.
Oh, jeez.
He was a great guitar player. And
That was the horniest Brian got. Not the sex scene. the guitar playing.
that was it. What about you guys? The last movie you saw, did it have sex in it, Kenzie? What movie?
So I just watched, the last movie I watched was Damsel. That's the new one with Millie Bobby Brown on Netflix. Actually, really a good movie. I didn't know what to expect. I liked it a lot.
What's the premise of that movie?
So basically, Millie Bobby Brown is, it almost has a Game of Thrones time period, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And she gets married, like you're supposed to, right? At a young age back in those days. And basically becomes a sacrifice and like fights her way out. It's really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, she becomes like a total badass in the movie. It's very good.
If you don't know that name, by the way, that's 11 from Stranger Things. Who just married John Bon Jovi's son in real life, by the way.
Oh, did they get married?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Really weird.
Angela Bassett's also in it, and I love her. She's badass in it too.
She's amazing.
I love her. So it's actually a very good cast. I thought it was a good movie. No sex.
Oh.
Very new movie. So that's interesting.
40% of new movies sex has fallen dramatically, and 50% of new movies have no sex. Case, what's the last movie you saw?
I watched Old School over the weekend. It was on TBS. It was awesome.
Sex in that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm here for the gangbang.
There's definitely sex in that.
Because I feel like that was an appeal of all of those 2000s comedies. Like, when you think about, like, starting with American Pie into, I don't know when it would have stopped, but it was like, you're going to see a funny movie Also, there was a hot girl in this movie. That was the draw, and it worked for me.
I just thought about there's the opening scene that has Juliette Lewis.
Yes.
But the thing I was thinking about was when Luke Wilson and Elisha Cuthbert, I think you say her name?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Where she's in high school,
She's in high
school. God.
You shouldn't laugh that hard.
well,
Not good.
Well, you know, it's a different time.
Brian's like, classic. Not good.
Well, his reaction's hilarious.
Brian Nickel.
Well, his reaction's hilarious because when he's having breakfast with the girl from Grey's Anatomy, Ellen Pompeo.
I'm sorry,
Pompeo?
never seen Grey's Anatomy.
Ellen Pompeo,
Yeah.
who was gorgeous in that movie.
That's before Grey's.
Which one is she?
She's the main female.
She's Grey. I don't know if her name's Grey. I was just hoping her name was Grey in Grey's
No,
Anatomy.
it's not. It's not Grey. Maybe it is. I've seen Grey's Anatomy in the background.
This is the one he wants to be with.
Yes,
I see. I had to look it up.
And
Luke Wilson.
she's
Gotta
made
get
about
it.
$1 billion of Grey's Anatomy in the last 20 years, too, now. But Elisha Cuthbert, when they're at the diner, and she goes, well, we got to go. We got prom committee. and when Ellen goes, prom committee.
Oh, my God.
He goes, it's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. You are the king. You are the man. You are the godfather.
That's such a good movie.
It's so good.
They just, look, I'm all for the times. I love modern stuff. I love new things. They don't make them like old school anymore.
They don't.
It's such a shame.
They really don't.
Yeah, they don't sleep with high schoolers anymore. What's going on?
Well,
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Remember, we're 15 minutes away from your chance to get to the Bottle Rock, Napa Valley. And that will be an awesome show with Pearl Jam, Queens of the Stone Age, Offspring. And just for qualifying, you have to go to Riot Fest. So
That's pretty cool.
it's amazing. So that's at 7 o'clock. We'll have that for you. We just did the fact that made your brain go that sex in movies has fallen 40%. And this happened actually, by the way, since 2000, as Case brought up. Old School, I think, was 2003 or 4.
2003, yeah.
Yeah. And then that's right after probably 2 movies that are iconic with coming of age, high schoolish. We got Varsity Blues and you got American Pie. We're 99.
Okay, well, the thing is that some movies require it. American Pie is about sex.
So you're okay with that one?
Oh yeah, because that's not a movie that you're gonna watch in front of your parents or
Yeah.
with your kid. It's when they throw it into a movie that would be great to watch with other people or like I said, like a Jurassic Park one or something. It's like, can we just not?
I did a
Top Gun is a great one to watch with your family. Now, like, besides that,
did a little research with
What?
there's no sex scenes in any of the Jurassic Park movies.
I don't believe
Not
you.
one. Maybe some dinosaurs were doing it behind a tree. I don't know.
saw that
the,
in the corner.
the little raptor was getting. Like, I got to get on here
Getting
before
after it.
before I take someone's head off. So okay, let me put it this way to your theory. Titanic. I completely forgot. There's a graphic sex scene in Titanic.
well, she also poses nude on a couch for a while.
That doesn't lead to it, right? Or they do go to the car, then that's where it happens, right?
Yeah.
After that, when they're running away from.
yeah, and I would love to show my son Titanic. I think he'd really like that movie. And like,
But you think that scene taken out of Titanic is still as good a movie?
I don't know.
Think about that.
I remember in the old days, I would have just not put in the second tape because I had 2 VHS tapes for it. Remember?
God, that's right. That was a
Yeah.
double VHS tape
yeah,
movie.
my mom's like, you're not getting the second tape.
Is that where it starts with the sex scene? Kind of. It's about
Everything-
3/4 in the movie.
Yeah, that's when it's sex and everyone dies. Second tape was pretty rough.
So you didn't see that?
Totally different VHS experience.
Yeah. God, the first one's just is like blah
It's awesome.
blah blah. I'm setting up the story.
It
blah,
was beautiful. Great outfits.
Yeah.
Everyone's just having fun.
yeah.
He wins a ticket. I mean, it's exciting. It's practically Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in the first one.
On a boat.
Yeah, you'd never
Yeah.
guess the tragedy that's about to occur in the second VHS tape.
Oh my
You know, with that
God.
one.
But that's after an all-time Hall of Fame Mount Rushmore sex scene.
Yeah.
In Titanic. I
Yeah.
love it. I get turned on by Titanic.
What? Why you would have sex in an old car?
No, but paint me like one of your French girl scenes. Oh man.
Well, here's the thing.
I feel like Case would want to get painted. He doesn't want to put in the effort. You know what I mean?
So you think he would say?
You want to get painted like one of his French girls.
So he'd say like, paint me like one of your French girls, and she
Yeah.
would start pull out like a canvas. He goes, no, paint me.
Yeah.
Paint my body.
Oh, like a body paint, like an SI swimsuit type deal.
Yes. Lay on the couch drinking a Mountain Dew.
Now just throw it at me.
It's just me. She's painting me playing Madden.
Dump all, dump all the paint out on me. Just do it. I just think Titanic would be a different movie without that sex scene.
I agree.
And especially the painting scene when she gets, full,
I will say that
full
part's
fun.
iconic.
Yeah.
It's hard to make. It's just never going to be appropriate for kids.
Has your 10-year-old seen the Titanic yet? That movie?
No.
So you can fast forward. It's about, 4 minutes? Maybe
You can still see stuff. It's just faster. You
Yeah.
can just fast forward.
Tell him to close his eyes.
It's okay if he sees boobs quickly.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make it better.
She's like pounding the glass of the car really fast. Like,
I'm like, she's trying to get out.
this turned really bad. She doesn't
got
want
stuck
to have
in the car.
sex.
Look at her trying to get out.
Oh, my God. So that was a movie I thought that had to have the sex scene.
How old do you have to be to watch horror movies? Because my parents picked the wrong age for me to watch horror movies. Like, I was really young.
Well, I used to sneak them. I used to go to friends' houses to watch them. Like The Shining, I had nightmares for a month after The Shining. I watched that when I was 4 years old. The Shining.
Oh, I know. I watched all these horrible. I watched Halloween and stuff when I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
sex. A lot of sex before I got killed.
Let me give you another movie.
Makes sex scarier.
Yeah. Okay. How about Pretty Woman without the sex? I mean, I know it's a movie about a hooker.
It's about a hooker.
You can't really.
I was imagining the sex scene. Sorry, I was trying to imagine. No, you have to.
I'm going to get you right now.
Okay.
How about your boy Patrick Swayze in Ghost with the whole clay when they're molding the clay on the thing and then they do it after that?
You know what scene I could have done without?
In Ghost?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When it's Demi Moore and what's her face? Because Patrick Swayze's in her body.
Oh, Whoopi Goldberg.
It was just super. I wanted to say Whitney, but it's Whoopi. But it was. I'm like, this is just. I'm uncomfortable. It was just so awkward.
Yeah.
When they would cut to between both of them, I'm like, okay.
Because first it's him and her, and then they show Whoopi, or they show Whoopi first, and then they show the beautiful Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
No offense to Whoopi, but.
It was just. I felt like they weren't comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's some movies that need sex. Can we agree on that?
Of course, there's some that need sex. Some are just all romance. I'm saying the random sex scene. I think Top Gun could have done without one because I think Top Gun is a fun movie for preteens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
But as we made clear today, tastefully done side boob is okay.
No, I'm not taking him to tasteful sex scenes.
Well, here's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Today is World Password Day. A lot of people struggle to come up with a decent password, but it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4 exclamation mark. May is National Salad Month, or as Mississippi residents call it, May. The cost of buying a home has hit an all-time high. In response to the news, Gen Zers asked their parents, "Hey, what's for dinner?" Kevin Costner is reportedly dating Jewel. Read more about it in 1994, the magazine. And Aerosmith's farewell tour kicks off in September. It's sad when Steven Tyler's scarves increasingly become bandages. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.